This story about the high street seems to come up time and time again because people genuinely feel that this high street, and all high streets, but this high street is worth saving. I'm Sam Walker. I'm the 5th generation of Walker to run Walker&Ling. So the Walkers have been here a long time. Walker&Ling is a department store on Weston-super-Mare's High Street, about 150 yards from the sea. Every day, I would say once a day, somebody says, "You must never close," or, you know, "I remember such a thing," or "I knew your grandfather." The sort of threads and stories that run along without my help are deeply woven within sort of Western society. Everybody's got a story. Somebody's auntie had their first bra fitted here in 1962, or they came shopping here with their nan in the 80s. That's quite a common one, I hear. It's almost like it's not my business at all, you know. People have got such a rich history of Walker&Ling that way predates me. It's almost nothing to do with me. I'm just looking after it now.
So Walker&Ling is a big part of Weston-super-Mare. It's been here well over 100 years. And we have regular customers. Some come in every day, some definitely once a week. And I think sometimes we're a destination point for the town, and we feel quite proud of that.
The bombing in '42 that made room for the modern building we have today, the old part of the building, the dispatch, the back of the shop was spared. It was actually a fire in the end that destroyed most of the building. And my grandfather was out at sort of 4 o'clock in the morning in June 1942 with a hose pipe, apparently. That's how the story goes. In the 50s, with no building here, they had an opportunity to build the most modern building that they could, including the pneumatic lamps and tubes, which a lot of people in Weston remember, and a brand new electric lift, which was pretty unprecedented in those days. There's lots of investment in the town centre actually, and people aren't really satisfied with the situation that they've got at the moment, and it's worth spending some time and some money making it better.
I think it's very important to preserve history because once it's gone, right? And there's no coming back from that, and there's no memories, there's nothing to look back on, that's why you learn history at schools, is why it's important to know, and to know where your roots are and where it's come from, to know how to build on that is really good. I think that's important, definitely.
I think the store had given up its uniqueness to try and compete, to try and be the same as all the others. So the opportunity to invest in the storefront meant an opportunity to make yourself unique again, which include 130-year-old history, the war, the storefront, the tiles. That was all part of Weston's history and part of Walker&Ling. There was one black and white photo of the building as it is, just with all the sort of 60s finishes on it. And we put our finger, that's the one. And then the day we peeled off the sort of the 90s storefront and saw the original 50s architecture was really satisfying and pleasing and quite amazing to see that history just plastered over, and it was nice to draw it out and then reinstate it. So there's two things. On the one hand, you're shouting about this true history, which is fairly unique and unusual, and also certainly future-proofing the building. We couldn't have done it, we wouldn't have done it without North Somerset Council and support from Historic England. I think the High Street is the centre of this community, geographically, right next to the beach. You know, and there's a lot of people live in Weston-super-Mare. It's a growing town, and I would really like to see the High Street continue to be the centre of that growing community. And I really think that we have a chance.